We're back. We're live. Wednesday night live stream. The most important video and live stream you will watch all week within regards to Georgia football. I truly believe that. I'm not just saying that because it's my product. I truly believe it. Most important thing you will watch if you're a Georgia fan looking forward to the Saturday's game against Kentucky. This is when we break down what to expect from the opponent. We do this every Wednesday, the Wednesday before a game week. Last week we took Wednesday off. Obviously, no game, no reason to do this show. This week, we're bringing it to you live back again here on YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, whatever that funny app is, and Facebook, of course, over there on my Facebook page. First of all, appreciate you guys for being here as always. Before we get the show started, I know some of you guys aren't patrons of the Patreon account. If you're not, you're missing out. We give the Patreon account at least 3 of these every single week. We gave them a Monday show where we compared the differences between James Coley and Todd Monken's offense. Tuesday, we got a little bit nostalgic, rewatched one of the best football games I've ever seen, which was the 2017 Rose Bowl. A lot of Georgia fans my age, not a Georgia fan here, but a lot of people my age think that's the best Georgia football game they've ever watched. I would say it's the best Georgia game I've ever watched. It was an incredible football game. We rewatched the offense over there on that during that game, broke it down why they were so successful, other than the fact that they were playing a Big 12 defense. Everybody wants to throw that at me. Of course, they scored 53 points. They were playing a Big 12 defense. Beside the point, they scored a lot of points in that football game and executed perfectly. If you want to check that out, head over to the Patreon account as well. That's patreon.com/Brooks Austin. If you're on Twitter, it's in my link in my bio. If you're on YouTube right now, it's in the description. Go join that. You are missing out if you haven't already. Tonight's show, I'm going to show you exactly who I think Kentucky is. Typically on these shows, we haven't been watching defensive tape from last year against Georgia because the offense has totally changed at Georgia. But for this week's opponent in Kentucky, I felt it very, very important to watch this tape because the personnel from Kentucky is almost identical. Yeah, there's a couple of guys, a linebacker that's no longer there as a senior, 1 or 2 defensive linemen that aren't there. They're seniors, they're gone. But the guys that replace them play in this football game. So I felt it important that we watch them. We're going to watch a little bit of their offensive tape against Georgia last year. A few clips, not much because they had Lynn Bowden playing quarterback, Bowden, however you pronounce it, had him playing quarterback as a wide receiver playing quarterback. Not really a total offense. It was a run-heavy based offense. But guess what? That's what they're trying to do this year again. They are an extremely run-heavy football team in the offensive side of the football, which, to be quite honest with you, I said on the radio today, not radio, on a podcast with Wyatt Fielden, who's in here, and Harrison Reno over there on the Top Dogs podcast. If you're trying to come into a football game thinking you're just going to run the ball down Georgia's throat, it's a pretty poor game plan. I think you're setting yourself up for a loss. So we'll show you why that is the case. And then we'll take a few looks at what they do offensively this year, even though it's pretty much the same. Defensively, this is a true 3-4 football team. And if you guys have heard on this show before, I don't believe Georgia's a 3-4 football team. They can claim they are all they want. I've seen them play 2 outside linebackers once this year. And, in a true odd front, 3 down linemen, 2 defensive end, or 2 outside linebackers, 2 linebackers. They did it one time, and it was to open the game against Tennessee. Otherwise, their base personnel is 4-2-5. They're an even front defense in an odd front shape, okay? They take a little funny angle on it, just like Alabama does. Kentucky, on the other hand, they leave 2 outside linebackers on the field almost at all times. Third downs, they bring in nickel, which is 5 DB. So we'll show you that as well. Offensively, they're a misdirection football team. If you guys remember last year after this game, Kirby Smart told the media in his post-game press conference that, it may have looked like Georgia played a great game, but there was a lot of, they weren't playing gap sound defense, which is what he preaches. It might as well be his hymnal in his Bible, gap sound defense. That's what he loves. That's what, his bread and butter is, teaching everybody to be in correct gaps. This offense from Kentucky is banking on you not being in the correct gap. They're trying to throw a bunch of misdirection at you all day long to get you out of the correct gap. So we'll show you that as well. Again, most important episode you will watch all week right here on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for all the people. This is the free one. This is the one you ain't got to pay for. This is for the people. Okay. The rest of them are for the Patreon people, my OGs and my homies over there on the Patreon account. So without further ado, let's hop right into the tape. As you guys know, we love to grind the tape around here. Again, look, here it is. This is a true odd front. This is a 270 pounder. This is a 240 pounder. These are 300-pound defensive linemen, okay? That is a legitimate odd front defense. That's what it looks like all day long. This is what they stay in, except for, again, third and longs, third and mediums. They like to bring on the nickel package. So that's what you need to know. They're a 3-4 cover 3 football team. That's what they want to do. They don't really bring a lot of pressure. We'll show you that tonight as well. They try to sit back and death by 1,000 cuts. They're going to make you drive the length of the field instead of give up explosive plays. And what you're going to notice about these guys throughout the night is typically they're a gap sound defense as well, okay? They stay in their gaps when they're supposed to. They don't leave their assignments at all. The other thing you're going to notice about tonight, as I fast forward us to 308, is, man, they tackle in the open field. These guys do not miss open field tackles. To me, man, I'm a big Mark Stoops fan. I am stunned they are a 1-3 football team. They have a ton of returning starters, both sides of the football, and they finally got their quarterback, Terry Wilson, back, who's not going to be playing this week. So you'll get, forgot Buddy's name. You'll get the quarterback that transferred from Auburn. Sorry, I get a whole lot of talking going on. Somebody in the comments hit me up with that name. That's going to tick me off. There's Joey Gatewood. That's his name. I beat y'all to it. Joey Gatewood's going to be the starter most likely for Kentucky on Saturday. We'll show you some of his tape at the end of the night. But here we go. Again, a true odd front defense. Even when you go 2x2 personnel, even when you're trying to spread them out defensively, 31 stays on the field. 31 stays on the field. 15 stays on the field, okay? These outside linebackers are going to stay in the formation. And I'm going to tell you right now, 31 is their best football player on defense. Hands down, he is what we call a dude, okay? He's 6'3", 244 pounds, and plays outside linebacker and plays in space and does it pretty well. Right here, what you're going to see is they're sending James Cook in motion. They're going to try to throw a bubble to him, a little bubble out here and get a 2-versus-2 surface. Only problem is, again, 31's a dude. Watch what he does. I believe that's Charlie Warner out there. Just puts him behind the line of scrimmage and then makes the tackle, comes off and makes the tackle. Now, what y'all need to know about this is, y'all, Georgia fans, y'all know this. This was a monsoon. They were playing in an absolute swamp and a mud hole all day in this football game. Guess what? We got some heavy rain coming our way now, and it's going to make its way up to Lexington, Kentucky as well. So I expect some rain Saturday. Is it going to be like this? God, I hope not, because I ain't trying to watch one of these slobber knockers. I'm trying to watch an actual spread it out, throw the football game like Todd Monken wants to do. But here's what I'm going to tell you. A, 31's a dude. B, they do not miss open field tackles. C, they shred blocks pretty daggum well, all right, on the defensive side of the football, and they pursue the football. Look at all the hats to the ball right here. That is all but the backside safety getting down into the formation and getting down into the play right there. We're going to 347. Their zone football team, guys. On 3rd and long, they're going to bring nickel in. Look, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive backs on the field. Nickel. They're going to stay in a 4-down front, and they're not going to bring pressure. If they do, they're just going to add a linebacker on. Most of the time, they do this right here. Right now, they're playing cover 3. This safety is going to come down into this void right here. Linebackers have hook and reroute number 2. So watch them. They're just going to play hooks and trade off the drags. That's all they're doing all night long, okay? They're just going to trade off the drags in front of them at the linebacker position. It's strong safety is going to come down into the box. They're going to go a cover 3 shell over the top. This is what they do on the defensive side of the football. The only problem is, and we'll get to it a little later, they are currently 75th in sacks in the country right now. 75th. They've got 8 total sacks as a team. 3 of them are by number 31. Again, a dude. All right. He is a football player. He is a dang good football player. The rest of them, just big mollywhoppers. They are big jokers. And that's about it. They've got some football players, guys. They got some. This kid is a baller. I'm telling you right now, this dude may look like he's little. He is 6'5", 233 pounds right here. That's an SEC. That's what people don't understand about the SEC. Kentucky is historically one of the worst SEC football teams there is. It's Kentucky, Vanderbilt, the bottom dwellers, the Mississippi States of the world, the Arkansas of the world. These bottom dwellers in the SEC, they got NFL caliber bodies everywhere. Do they have NFL players everywhere? No. But every once in a while, Josh Allen's a first round pick out of Kentucky. So they got dudes out on the field. Now, are they Georgia's guys? No. Are they highly recruited football players? No. But what they are is they're big dudes. 91 right here, who was a senior last year, he is 6'9". 6'9". It is clear to me that their personnel department, values and puts value in big football players. Not really super athletic guys up here on the front, but they are big dudes, okay, in that middle. Wait till I show you the daggum fire hydrant they got playing nose tackle. He is a mountain, all right? He is a thick dude, and here he is right here. I think, we're going to 432. It's this very play, but it's from the tight angle. Watch this. This number 50 right here. Number 50 is 6'3". Wait for it. 379 pounds. He's 380. He's almost 4 bills. On Saturday, after a couple of McChickens that he eats for breakfast, I guarantee you is 4 bills. All right. He is a big dude up here in the middle. And I'm going to tell you right now, Trey Hill struggled with him. The only problem is when you get him like this, he is a leaner. It's hard not to be top heavy when you that heavy. From your stomach to your head, it's hard not to be this heavy, top heavy. And when you get him leaning like this, you can absolutely outside zone block this dude. You can reach him. All right. But again, they do not miss open field tackles. They don't. This dude's back too. 29's back. Great open field tackler for the safety. 3, he's back. 44, he's back. All right. 31, we told you he's back. They do not miss open field tackles. And I'm going to tell you right now, DeAndre Swift is the best running back Georgia might has. I mean, at making the first defender miss, you're going to find it hard to find someone better than DeAndre Swift in college. It's really, really hard. If y'all can bring me a name that was a Georgia running back that made the first defender miss at a higher rate than number 7, not ran him over, not ran around him, not Noshawn Marino jumped over him. I'm talking about one-step cut, made defenders miss. DeAndre Swift's the best at it. He tries to stick a foot in the ground and get past this dude. Open field tackle. Give it to me. I'm telling you, they do this over and over and over again. Now, can you get to the edge and outrun them? 100%. Are you going to, most likely get tackled in the open field because they're solid in the open field? 100%. I'm in agreement with you here, Jeremiah_Stott. That's why I love our live shows. I'm going to engage with you guys just a little bit tonight. Sony was good at making the first defender miss, and I agree with you. Not as good as DeAndre Swift, but he did some other things a little bit better. I thought he had a little bit better inside zone vision than Swift. But Swift, man, so Swift made -2s into +6s more often than anybody I've seen at the college level recently. All right, here's what I'm talking about when I say Trey Hill kind of struggled with this big monster. Look at this dude. I mean, he swallows Trey Hill. All right, watch him. Now, the problem with this odd front defense, and he shifts into an even front right here, this is what Georgia plays most of the time. This is what they look like, right? Azeez Ojulari standing up over here, and they got Malik Herring in here playing a 4-eye technique. They shade Jordan Davis and let, Jalen Carter, Devontae Wyatt, somebody play this 3 technique. If I bet we see the sticks, it is 2nd and long right here. So they brought the nickel package on because Georgia went, 10 personnel, 1 back, no tight ends. All right. So watch 50 right here. When he gets vertical push, it's over with. Just like Georgia's run defense, if Jordan Davis can control the line of scrimmage like this big monster does right here, your run game ceases to exist against an odd front defense. You can't do it. That's why Georgia places such emphasis on recruiting the Mason Smiths of the world, on recruiting the Tyrion Ingram Dawkins of the world. This odd front defense requires a monster in there at nose tackle to dominate, to allow linebackers to run free, just like they're doing right here. And again, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know 29's name. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, he pops up on tape. This dude comes downhill and he's ready to hit. He is a great run tackler. I don't know. He's a little bit exposed in pass coverage, but the dude can hit and the dude can tackle. So again, if you think you're just going to line up and be able to run the football, good luck on both these teams because they got some big dudes up front. We're going to 607 very next play. Not very next play. A couple plays later. We're going to 607. Here we go. What did I see here? Again, 55 struggled with this dude last year, and he's got an opportunity to win this matchup Saturday, but it didn't look good for a good portion of this football game. Okay? That's getting jacked up, folks. That is 100% getting jacked up. That is that nose tackle resetting the line of scrimmage, getting up underneath your pads and throwing you out the club. We talk about that all the time. He don't make the tackle, but he might as well have. All right. Same thing with Jordan Davis in this defense for Georgia. When they do this stuff and he gets in there and he's playing like a monster like that, it's hard to run the football against this football team because look what it does to the double team. Ben Cleveland's got his shoulders turned. So guess what? He don't ever really get to the front side, play side, inside linebacker. That's not a combo block. That is not a success. Both of those guys got minuses on their play sheet when coach graded the film out. All right. So when a nose tackle is this good and this big, I don't know if he's that good, but what I'm going to tell you is he's a monster. He is a big dude. So if you think you're just going to not have good form, okay, let's try to figure out what Trey Hill did wrong. First of all, he stepped backwards. Watch his left foot. Watch it. And backwards. Once we do that, rep over. We lost. We lost the rep. You can just go on to the next clip, coach. That's what they're doing in the film. They say, hey, Trey, you lost off the snap. Sorry. Yeah, he's a big dude. And guess what? All the rest of these dudes on this defensive line, they're back. Okay. 15. We already told you earlier. 6'5, 233 pounds. This this defensive end right here, 94. He's back. 6'6, 296 pounds. The monster in the middle, 6'3, 379 pounds. The other defensive end, 59, 6'3, 290 pounds. The defensive end outside linebacker that plays in space, the dude of this defense, number 31, 6'3, 244 pounds. They're big, folks. They're big, and they got a bunch of them. They got a bunch of these monsters because, again, it's very, very clear to me. These three positions in here, they just go find the biggest joker they can find and say, come play defensive line for Kentucky. That's what they do. Jordan Rogers, the freshman that plays backup nose tackle for these guys, he is 19 years old, and he's like 6'4", 305 pounds. He's a monster. He's the highest rated defensive lineman I think they've ever had. Yeah, I think he was by the star guys, the folks that put out the stars. I'm pretty sure he was a 4-star. Okay, highest rated defensive line caliber football player they've ever got, and he's on the bench right now because this nose tackle again eats people. He eats people. He wakes up every morning, he eats a McDouble, and then he eats centers on inside zone blocking. That's what he does. Going to 633. Again, it looks to you guys, to the average fan, it looks like they're in an even front. Okay, on the tight angle, right? You didn't see 34 as an overhang or 31 as an overhang. They're a traditional odd front defense. They play two outside linebackers. And when they think you're key and run on 2nd and 6 in the rain, they're going to walk them down into a bare front. And it's going to look like this a lot if Georgia wants to run the football. But here's what I think Georgia does. And I'm going to show you a little bit later. I think they make these two outside linebackers, I think they make them play in space. I really do. And that's why I tweeted today that if there are player props in Vegas for college football players, just smash the over. Smash the over for receptions on both of, Kearis Jackson, Jermaine Burton, guys that play in the slot a lot for Georgia. Pound the heck out of the over. I did that thing where I hit the page up button again. Sorry, guys. I'm not perfect. But I think this is the clip right here. They shed blocks, guys. Watch them. They shed blocks really, really, really well. Watch how long or lack thereof these guys are being blocked. Okay. Everybody, a hat is on a hat on everybody except for 59. Isaiah Wilson's getting his butt whooped on the backside over there. Yes, Jeremiah _ Stott, a McDouble. McDoubles are the joint. All right, he's getting beat. Everybody else got a hat on a hat. Watch this. Just a few seconds later, 94 shed his block. 17 shed his block. Andrew Thomas, a first-round draft pick, on his face. On his face. Okay? 50, now pursuing the football. 17, come on, Charlie Warner. Get up out the club. You ain't blocking me no more. Run out of bounds. 3-yard gain. These guys shed blocks. They're well coached. They're big. They don't get pushed, and they get off blocks. And they pursue the football, and they tackle in open space. All of those make you a decent defense. All of those. Steven, I know this is last year's offense. See, man, people, yeah, I got to address this. Steven, we opened the show telling you that we typically don't watch Georgia's offense from last year, but the personnel from Kentucky's defense is the same exact thing. What we're not talking about is what Georgia's doing right now to try to beat them. We're not. We're just going through what Kentucky is. So, enough of that. Let's move on. You guys know I don't like those comments. Why are we watching last year's tape? Why are we watching? Because the personnel is the same. Okay. We normally watch other offenses as long as the offensive coordinator is the same. This one is. We're gonna watch this offense from last year too, just a little bit. But the quarterback's changed, so ain't no point really watching it a ton. But I'm gonna show you that the identity's the same. Defensively, they do the same stuff. You know how I know? Because I went and watched their game against Missouri. Okay, they do the same stuff. But you know why we're not watching it? Because we don't have the rights to the tape. That's why it's not live stream. That's why this is live stream, because we have the rights to the tape. At the end of the show, when we start showing this year's game with all the ESPN graphics on it and all the fancy stuff, we probably going to get shut down. They probably going to end the live stream. Then you're going to be on YouTube going, where'd the live stream go? The live stream got shut down. That's why. We don't have the rights. I got the rights to this. That's why we're watching it. All right, here we go. $6.52 is where we're going. Third and medium, this is what you get. Okay. This is what they like to do. Most odd fronts love to do this. Okay. Third and medium, they like Georgia does this. We call this a walk to look. They walk guys up into various gaps. Who's coming, who's going, we don't know. You don't know until post snap. Most of the time, you just get back, sort it out. That's what the offensive line coaches will tell you. That's what I would tell you. Okay, get back. Everybody's sorting it out. We got guys dropping. And look, they're still only bringing 4. Okay, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of these players are back. They're coming. All right. They're back in this football game. They're going to be playing. Again, back. Cover 3. Look, they're playing cover 3 off the back end of it. Actually, they got some man tendencies going down here with zone coverage at the top. Okay. Actually, that might be cover 1 straight across. It is. Cover 1 straight across. Okay. So young football player right here in George Pickens. Watch this. He ends up getting his first down, but this is a no-no, guys. You got to know where the sticks are. Now I'm coaching Pickens up because he's back this year, and he still makes some I would call them mental mistakes like this. He ends up getting the first down, but barely. Guys, you got to know it's 3rd and 5, and 3rd and 4, and you just caught a 3-yard route. You got to get north and south, baby. Don't do all this nonsense. Get north and south. Go get the first down. Move the sticks. Let's watch it from the tight. Again, this walk to look. They're going to do this on 3rd and medium. They're going to do this, okay? But they're only going to bring 4 or 5. They're not going to blitz the house. That's not what they're going to do, okay? They like to sit back and play coverage. So that's their identity. But again, here's the thing. If Kentucky wants to do this, if they want to play an inside linebacker who now he's gained about 30 pounds this year. He's wearing 5 now. 17's wearing 5. He is a much bigger football player, and they still ask him to do this stuff. They still ask him to be one-on-one in space with the back. If they want to do this stuff, Monken will shred them. He will tear them to absolute shreds if they want to do this stuff right here. Okay. Because it's mismatches all day. If you want to take somebody that's 6'3", 240 pounds and play him on James Cook, Zamir White, Kenny McIntosh, or Kendall Milton in space, he's going to take that. I would take that. He likes that advantage. He's going to take advantage of it. 756. Did we skip over 733? We did. We got to show you 733 because James Cook's running a jet sweep, and watch 29. I think they got two really good. They got a bunch of really good football players. I think they got two football players that are bordering on great. 31, we already showed you. 29, we've been talking about him all night. We're going to continue to talk about him. Watch this open field tackle. Watch this crap. James Cook, supposed to be this elusive dude. Nope. Come here. Down. See you. Tackled. Thank you. Come again. 1st and 6 or 2nd and 6. Appreciate it. But again, if they think they can do this, if they think they can leave 4 in one-on-one, if they think they can leave 4 in one-on-one situations with the tight end, which is what he's doing right now, he's arc releasing with the tight end because he's in man-to-man responsibilities. They think they can do that. He's going to get them in trouble. He's going to get them in trouble. Y'all talking hands up? Man, I already addressed the hands up issue. Y'all know y'all know the only way everyone's going to jump, guys. Look, these guys in here talking about, did you see him jumping with his hands up? Let's go back to the tape. Y'all, I'm assuming y'all were talking about the 3rd down just a second ago. Let's go to it. Let's go to the tight. I think 15 gets his hands up or 91 gets his hands up, one or the other. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens. And here's what I'm going to show you. Here's what good quarterbacks do. Good short quarterbacks, the ones that don't get balls batted. Who gets their hands up? 91. He gets it up late. Every quarterback's getting that ball out, bro. Every quarterback. Yeah, 91 right there. That ball, the ball's already zipping past his head by the time he gets the hands up. The only thing I thought, they were pretty bad at last year in Kentucky was these twists. They did not time these twists up very well at all. That's bro. You ain't never landing that twist. They getting the ball out before you ever get there. 91. Okay, so a moot point, if you will, on that one. Let's get your comment out of here. SSL, one of the biggest supporters of the brand. Appreciate you, brother. 756. Again, if they want to play these monsters out in space like this number 4 is 275 pounds. 275 pounds. If they want to play this dude in space, crucify him. Crucify him. Don't run the damn ball. Don't do that. The dang ball. Excuse me. Don't run the dang ball. Say, whoop, stop. Hey, do some stuff out here. Look at your slot receiver. Do some of this, whatever. We're going to run a slant. We're going to run a speed out. We're going to do something. We are going to expose this dude right here. Don't you ever let this guy sit out here in space and not have to cover. If he wants to get out there, you torch him. I guarantee you, Monken's watching this on tape, licking his lips like a fat boy that just saw barbecue pork ribs. I promise you. He's sitting here going, hoo, 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 hoo. Y'all really gonna do that? Y'all really gonna do that? Because they do. They play linebackers in space all day. All day. They are going to tear him alive. $844, where we're headed next. We're about to flip over to the offense, guys. Kentucky's offense. Oh, guess what? Another open field tackle. Another really good open field tackle. They're getting some pressure on Fromm. Fromm's doing his thing. And look at 17. Come here, DeAndre Swift. Hawk job. Come here. Okay, looks like an average tackle. I'm telling you right now, a lot of the time, and that ball's pretty poorly thrown because Jake Fromm's running for his life, throwing away. It's just measly arm talent right here, guys. It's measly arm talent. Not arm strength, arm talent. Measly arm talent right here. Ball's got sound effects. Oh, did I just see Pickens blocking downfield? What clip were you watching, David? What clip were you watching, David? I think he was probably blocking. All right, the comment section's telling me there's no rain this weekend. That's good. Thank God. Still, this personnel's out here. The identity of this defense is the same. 11:09 is where we're headed next. Skip the Maloo. Hope everybody had a good day. It's Wednesday, hump day. 11:09 right here. What are we looking at? All right, watch 29 from the jump. Okay, he's what, 12 yards deep? Watch this. This is a work of art right here. He recognizes counter, and he is coming downhill right now. Bam. Come here, DeAndre Swift. Thank you, sir. Okay. Pulling Solomon Kinley. Love it. They ran this a good bit last year. Not a ton. 12 personnel, counter, but instead of pulling the tackle, they pull the tight end. Seal block with 71 back here. Backside hinge. Something's going wrong with 44. Nobody's got the play side outside linebacker. That's not good. Oh, I know what happened. This backside combo, 74 and 79, are supposed to go to the backside inside linebacker, and they never get there. Thank you, Isaiah Wilson. And Isaiah Wilson knows he done bleeped up because watch him. Oh, now I got to get back. Turns all the way back. Guys, if you're ever turnstiling as an offensive lineman, just keep going. You done lost the rep. You ain't doing nothing but getting your big butt in people's way. Because right now, 89 right here, Charlie Warner should be going to the front side play side linebacker. And that combo should have been going to 56 right there. Play's blown up. Don't turn back. Don't ever turn back. But we're here because 29, let's watch it in full speed. Let's watch how fast 29 comes down with no hesitation. And this is what happens when you play cover 3 behind it. You're allowed to do this. Richard LeCount is one of the best in the game at doing this because they play a lot of cover 3. Look how fast he's coming downhill. Isn't that crazy how fast these dudes play? This is normal speed. This is what SEC football looks like from tight angles. Look at all that. They look like jackrabbits. That's a whole lot of dudes moving quickly, guys. That's why I laugh when people think this sport's easy. Here we go. Let's put it back in half speed, quarter speed, 3/4 speed. 11:52. All right, 3rd and 6 right here. Okay, they are not a pressure football team. They're not. It's not what they want to do. Again, I'll tell you over and over again. Right now, they're sitting back in cover 4. Okay, they want to sit back and play coverage and hope that they can get pressure on you with 4, sometimes even 3. And I'm going to tell you right now, with the way that Georgia has pass protected this year, it ain't going to happen. They are horrendous when it comes to getting after the passer this year. Again, 75th in the country. Georgia, if Georgia's offensive line's done anything really well this year, all year long, consistently, it's pass protect. They can do it, all right? So what this game's going to boil down to for Georgia, honestly, is whether or not Stetson Bennett can go through his progression against this zone defense. If you guys look, I like to take if I'm getting too complex, I like to take it to Madden. Okay, there's 2 types of Madden players on defense. There's the guy that plays man coverage and blitzes the house on every rep and hopes that you don't score a touchdown. And then there's the guy that plays zone the whole entire drive and hopes you end up throwing an interception. That's the 2 types of defenses played on Madden. Okay, trust me, I play it if and when I'm on the Xbox. I'm playing Madden, obviously. I'm a football junkie. So those are the two types of guys. Kentucky is the second type of guy. They're going to sit back and hope you make a mistake. So if Stetson's going to absolutely shred this defense apart, two things are going to have to happen. One, Monken is going to have to design some great man or zone beaters, which he's going to do. How do you beat zone? It's a lot of send one guy into the zone, take the eyes of the corner. So right here, what this would be a perfect zone beater for this coverage. Take George Pickens, run his butt into 27, and then run a skinny post. So you pull the corner and the safety, and then run Dominic Blaylock on the wheel. Okay, wheel routes, cross overs turned into wheels. Those things beat zone all the time. Those are all zone beaters. Monken's going to have them in the play calls. Okay, Coley didn't. But again, it's pouring down rain. I don't know what you expect from a passing game in this kind of offense or in this kind of weather. All right. So, not a pressure defense. They want to play zone. Look, they want to make you get into the windows and throw into the windows. Okay. They're going to match. If you want to sit in his window, it becomes man coverage until the guy leaves your zone. Okay. Once he leaves your zone, you squirt back where you're supposed to be. This is called cover matching. Watch these linebackers. Okay. Watch 17 right here. He sees one guy in his zone, he's going to jump on him. Okay. Once he delivers it to the corner, he's going to work back. Watch 22 down here on the bottom. 22. Look for the guy coming in, sink to him, take him. Now he's yours until he leaves your zone or the ball's thrown. That's how zone coverage is played nowadays. If you're not careful, you'll mess around and think you're looking at man coverage because zones play a lot like man nowadays with how much they trade off. All right, we're going to Georgia's defense versus Kentucky's offense. We're going to hit the big button right here. And we're going to 0-37. Again, we started the show by telling you that this is a misdirection offense. They're trying to send stuff everywhere and hope you don't have your eyes right and read people. They're trying to leave a couple of people unblocked and beat it with the read. Okay. It's modern spread offenses. It's what they do. Okay. This is a formation that they run. They arc release the tight end. They're not going to block the defensive end. There is no combo going to the backside inside linebacker. Everything is working play side right here. So with a misdirection offense, there's two ways to beat it. You beat it with penetration or you beat it with slants. Okay. Only two ways. You get good pressure on these guys with penetration. You're going to beat them. You slant, you're going to throw off all these down blocks and all this funky stuff. So that's the only way to beat. Oh, let me put it back in the slow. I know everyone's brain doesn't work this fast. It's like speed Tetris. Going to 329. Yeah, it's clear of conflict. We've already addressed this one too. We've already addressed that their QB was a wide receiver. Don't worry about it. I'm just showing you the basics of what they do offensively. I'm about to flip over to the new tape, and you'll tell that, hey, Brooks was right, like he typically is. They're doing the same stuff, same identity. Promise. Okay, I'm going to get to it. Don't worry. They just throw a little bit more this year. That's all. Still a run-heavy offense. Still running the ball 65% of the time. So just hold off, bud. We'll get there. 329. Remember I told you penetration's key to beating a football team like this? Watch Malik Herring, I believe it is. Watch him. Boom. I mean, he freaking stonewalls 83. And what this play is designed to do is they're trying to pull the backside guard. They're trying to back block with the center. They're skip pulling this dude. So they're trying to block out with 83, skip pull with 71 for Tay Crowder, who is the front side inside linebacker. 79 and 70 are down blocking to the backside inside linebacker. By the way, 67 back, 71 back, 52 a really good center back, 79 gown, 70 back. 4 or 5 starters returning on this Kentucky offensive line. Okay, but it don't matter if your tight end is getting his junk stuffed in by Malik Herring out here. That's what causes this play to bounce. It is never intended to go outside like that. Penetration. That's how you beat it. The other way, slants. I'm going to show you. 351. Oh, excuse me. We're already flipping the game tape. See? Y'all get on me and y'all just impatient. That's all you are. I'm getting to it. I promise. Look, here we are, game tape. Woo, this year. Why we showing last year's tape? Why we showing last year's tape? Brooks don't know what he's doing. Chill out. Here we go. Dang, I hope I downloaded the correct one. I did. Okay, look. They just bumped it to a pistol. That's all they did. Your boy Joey Gatewood that y'all keep asking about. He's in there. He's playing center or playing quarterback. And this is the time where the YouTube catches me and probably shuts my stream down. So let's hurry up and get this done. All right. Still doing the same stuff. Look, they're going to pull. They're going to pull backside guard. They're going to wrap tight end. Okay. They're reading the backside end. They're doing the same stuff. It is still a misdirection football team. That's what they're doing. Okay. Now, here's the thing about Mizzou. I don't know who's coaching this defensive end up there with Drinkowitz, Dirkowitz, whatever buddy's name is. Georgia's defensive ends don't ever do this. Watch this defensive end. He's just going to dive in. He's full commit. Georgia ain't never doing that. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never, ever. Never. Okay? They're going to keep their shoulders square. They're going to sink down the line of scrimmage, keep their outside arm free every single time. Because here's why. Okay? The very next play, all Kentucky does is they run this power, this counter read option, counter RPO up here. And coach says, hey, he whispers out there at Joey Gatewood. He whispers, says, hey, run it again. And this time keep it. Because the defensive end is not playing disciplined football. Watch. You're going to get like 9 yards before anybody hits you. Okay, coach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yank, pulls it right out the back. Okay? So, again, not going to happen. Ain't never going to be there. Never. Georgia's never doing this. Azeez Ojulari, Malik Herring going to do this where they sink. I'm going to put it on full screen because I like to see myself sometimes. They're going to do this right here. They're going to keep both outside arm free, and they're going to sink down and shuffle, keep their shoulders square, shut it down. End of story. This ain't happening. Okay? But against Missouri, a fellow 1-2 football team, they can do it. They can do this kind of stuff. Going to 4. We already went to 4. We're going to 4-12. Excuse me. Here's the thing about Georgia. Okay, if you want to do this, if you want to play action pass and turn your back to the defense, good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. So you got 2 things going wrong for you right now. If you're Kentucky's offensive coordinator, 1, you think you're going to show up in your house in Lexington and run the football down the throat of Georgia. Wrong. And 2, you're going to take an inexperienced quarterback in Joey Gatewood and you're going to turn his back to Georgia. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Georgia's going to come out here looking like they're playing zone coverage or looking like they're playing man coverage, and then they're going to flip-flop that joker right after the snap, okay? If y'all have watched us, y'all already know. If y'all watch this channel, y'all know. We talk about it all the time, how much Georgia disguises their defensive coverage. You do this. You take an inexperienced quarterback and you turn his back to Georgia. He's going to turn back around and look at the defense and go, what is that? That's not what they were doing. And then he's going to either throw a pick or he's going to scramble and, try to get out of bounds, throw it out of bounds. Okay. All bad results. And he even throws this ball behind 6 and gets 6 licked up. Going all the way to 12:08. Just for you jokers that don't believe me, like I don't go grind the tape and watch the opponent this year before y'all some jokers. All right. This is modern wing tee. That's what it is. Double wing tee. That's all it is. They're just going to send some motion. They're going to run RPO action off of it and then throw the bubble out here into space. And you guys know how I feel about this. Don't you ever try to do this against Georgia. If Alabama and Jalen Waddle can't do this to Georgia like they did last week, again, showed you 2 weeks ago on Wednesday's episode, this little motion to bubble out the back. We showed you this crap. We told you, don't you ever try to run this against Georgia. And what happened? Richard LeCounte came downhill and tackled Jalen Waddle for a -2. If you try to do this against Georgia, they might damn near pick the thing off. Okay. Don't do this. I'm begging you, Kentucky's offensive coordinator, do not do this. Just go on. I think offensive coordinators should just throw this one out the playbook. Don't. Okay. SEC defenses are way too fast. We're going to 12-16 just because I like to call out cowardice. Watch 88 right here. This is the softest crap I've seen on SEC tape all year. And I guarantee you, Kentucky's coach just ripped into this dude. And I hope his mama's watching right now so she can tell him how soft this crap is. This is boo-boo. Watch 88 right here. What on earth is that? What on earth is that? Get out. I'd have kicked him out of my film session. If I saw him do that on Monday in film, get out, leave. See you. Matter of fact, go join the swim team or something, because football ain't for you, Chief. Football is not for you, 88. That is boo-boo. Jeremiah, yeah, I brought his mama into it, because if his mama's anything like my mama, she'd have been embarrassed by that crap. She'd have called me softer than Charmin. 12-27. Here's the difference. They actually, well, this is with Wilson in here. But even I think Gatewood can even make this throw. All they're doing is, like I told you, the different. All right, so against zone, you can run, post, and wheel off of it. Against man, you have to run post and out and up. Here's why. The guy's going to be running with you, so you actually have to make the inside guy bite. So he's selling the out and then runs the up, and it's a tutty. It's a tutty. All right. So that's the difference this year for Kentucky. But they're still not that good at it. Let's go look at it. While we're letting this play run, let's go look at it. Give me a second. Anybody else's favorite thing in the world, Football Reference? Spend more time on Football Reference than anything else in the world. We'll let y'all watch this tape again. Terry Wilson throwing a tutty. The only touchdown they scored in this football game. All right, guys. They are running the football. Check this out. They are running the football 39 times of their 60 plays. They're a run-heavy offense. Wide receiver at quarterback or not. They're running the football. That's what they want to do. And they're not really, they're doing it okay. They're averaging 4.7 yards per carry on the ground. And again, they've got a pretty stout defense. These are decent numbers. If you're only giving up 228 yards in the air and 129 yards on the ground, you're pretty decent. Just raw stats. This is the first time ever on Grind the Tape we've ever pulled up stats for you guys. Because I can watch the tape and tell you what they are. They're a run-heavy football team. We know that. All right, we're going back to game tape from 2019. Back to the game tape. Grind the tape. Grind the tape. We're going to 11:03. What are we going to 11:03 for, Brooks? Oh, this is why. I think this offensive line communicates really, really well. This is the last thing we'll talk about tonight. And they should. They got a whole bunch of returners. All these guys are 1 year more experienced. I think they communicate really, really well. This is a clinic in offensive line communication. They are a check with me football team, which means they do this right here. They come up, they give a hard count. Actually, I think they give their hard count, and then they check with the sideline. Coach sees after the hard count what the defense is trying to do, and then they, give all their little signals in. Then they run the play. Okay. Coach is giving the signals in on the sideline. Everybody's looking. Check with me. All right. Land's going to give it to him. Quarterback's going to walk up and say, hey, we're running Oklahoma. Most of these actually are like one-word signals. So a whole offense boiled down to one word because they're already in the formation. If you guys don't know how plays are called, in pro style offenses, they will blow your absolute mind. They're like complex sentences. I'm serious. That's why when NFL coaches talk about how smart football quarterbacks have to be, it's because they get it in their headset and then they have to regurgitate it. Okay. So it'll be formation, any motions, the play design, and any tags off the play design. So it could be up to 4 things. Okay. So it could be pro right, which is a formation tied into the right, you know, and then what do I say? Formation, motion, play design, and tags. So it could be pro right. Let's call it Z spot, X waggle, which is a motion, X waggle, and then Y hitch. It could be that long, even longer, because terminology in the NFL gets stupid complex. And then how about this? And then they got 2 plays in the huddle that they call sometimes. We got an Omaha in here. Okay. Omaha is used in 2 forms and fashions. And I'm going to get out of the film right quick. Omaha is used in 2 forms and fashions. It's either a dead count, right? So I come up to the line of scrimmage. I can scream down, say, hut, 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 hut. Your mom's fat. Your uncle's a drunk. I can do whatever I want at the line of scrimmage. Until I say Omaha, it means nothing. And then I say Omaha and we're hot. Down, set, hut. Now snap the ball. It can also mean we're redirecting to the other play. If you ever hear a quarterback come to the line of scrimmage and go easy, easy, or alert, 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 they're probably flipping to the other play that they called in the huddle. So sometimes you'll have a run play and a pass play called in the huddle. So you'll get in there and they'll go pro right, 36 power, Z waggle on 1-on-1. And then the next time they'll come in here and go, all right, listen up, pro right, 36 power, Z waggle, alert, alert, pro right, Z waggle, X spot, Y hitch on 1-on-1, ready, break. And then you got to go to the line of scrimmage and remember all that. Oh, I totally forgot pass protection too. I left the offensive line completely out. There's pass protections in pass plays. They got to give them pass protection. I'm telling y'all, people just think football players are just these big dummies that walk around and just hit stuff and bang their heads into stuff. Y'all really don't understand how complex this game is and how long it actually takes to learn the system. All right, back to the communication. This is a check with me football team. They're going to give them the play and then watch this offensive line. Watch them communicate all the way down the line of scrimmage. 67, going to tell his left guard something. Center, going to hear it. Identify the mic of the defense. Okay. Then he's going to look to the right guard. Tell him something. Right guard is going to look at the right tackle. Tell him something. All right. Everybody is on the same page. That's communication. That's how you do it. That's an experienced football team. And sometimes you still get whooped. But at least they were in the right place. Okay. So that's tonight's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Before you leave, check out the Patreon account. I know all you jokers that are watching this free stuff ain't on the Patreon account. Guess what? There is a wealth of knowledge over there just like this. And if you're an OG, you would already got my hot take on JT Daniels. Not my hot take, my inside intel. You would already had it. You already know what's up. And you would have got the recruiting information. So you ain't one of these jokers up in my mentions on Twitter going, oh, who's going to be the next to commit? You probably already know. You wouldn't be the joker in my mentions that I don't respond to. So pay you $5. Pay you $10. Don't eat. Or don't eat. One day, don't eat out. Make a PBJ on Monday next week instead of going to, some Chinese place and getting stir-fried shrimp. Don't do it. Save the $5 and learn more about football. Oh, here we go. We got a Patreon subscriber. Best $10 I spend every month. I guarantee you, you will not regret it. I have not had a single person go, wasting my time, wasting my money. It's not going to happen. So here's what we do. We do this all the time. All the time. We give you inside info all the time. There's something in there every single week. Jeremiah, thank you again. Best $10 I'll spend all month. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Brody. The link is in the bio. If you're watching this on Periscope, the link is in the Twitter bio. You should sign up. Okay. If you just want to sign up for the $5 a week, $5 a month, excuse me. Whoa, $5 a week's a lot. $5 a month package, you get Monday and Tuesday's film breakdowns in your inbox immediately, right there. Not only that, you get the Discord chat, the community chat where all the homies hang out and talk. We talk, football. We talk baseball when the Braves were playing. We talk a lot of baseball. You can ask me any questions you want to figure out there. I also drop some nuggets in there every once in a while. So You can get some inside information there as well. Enough plugging that stuff. Check out dogsdaily.com as well. This stuff, the Sports Illustrated stuff, check that out. We'd appreciate it if you do. Tomorrow, we got a live Q&A. So come hang out with your boy. Come ask a few questions. Let's do some chatting, okay? Ask some questions, get them prepared. Go back, rewatch tonight's show if you missed something. Figure out what Kentucky's doing. If you got a question about it, come bring it to me. All right? So that's that. I'm going to end the live stream. Appreciate you guys. Y'all are the realest, for real. I really do appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all next time.